Did you know that in the intro,
Your
it takes
mom.
place in a post-apocalyptic wasteland? That's right, people.
You see,
But
why does a post-apocalyptic scenario have to always be a wasteland? Why can't it be original? Like I was just watching a movie called Waterworld. Audience, yeah, that was thinking outside the box, right? You
You
know,
know,
hey,
yeah,
What was
Waterworld's
the
did
pretty
you see
cool.
the
scenario?
news that Flo won Best Animated Picture at the Oscars last night?
there you go.
And
Sergeant
that's
Niall.
Did you
technically
hear
post.
that Sebastian Stan lost to AI movie? Where he lost his Oscar
I
to AI movie?
saw that. I saw that, and that pissed me off. I was like, can any other movie win besides this AI slop?
Wow.
I mean
Uh,
it.
Out of curiosity, what was Sebastian Stan's performance for that?
It was The Apprentice, and it was crazy good, bro. I watched it like the week before the Oscar. It was really good.
Wow. Wow. There you go. There you go. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. So yeah, Waterworld audience, go look it up. It thinks outside the box. No deserts,
Water
no
World.
zombie
I thought you said
apocalypse. Just
War World.
no Waterworld, man.
No,
Oh, okay.
Waterworld. It's a top tier
Okay.
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. It's
Okay.
an underrated movie, man. Just think of it this
All right.
way: 95% of the world is covered in water.
That's just Zelda, Wind Waker.
You have to
That just
survive.
Pokemon. Remember they cried about it. They literally, I didn't cried about it. Said it was too much water.
That's true.
Or that Omega Red, I think. Omega Ruby.
That is fact.
Mhm,
Whichever one. The one with the manga that I'm reading.
mhm. Gotcha. Anyway, you guys just want to get started?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Welcome to Comic Fanatic Live, the news and reviews of the week, audience. You're here, me, Cryptid Seeker 415. I'll save my intro for tomorrow. There. There.
You better
Uh,
give us
let's see
one.
what I got. What I got in the chamber. You're here with I. We're here with I, Jake Tylenol. The Dro are nice people. No one in this chat will understand what I'm referencing, but it's okay.
Mhm.
Here, Bricky Wall. I see Castlevania on the cover picture, and it's triggering me. It reminds me that Witch did not tag me when Witch cosplayed Summer Cruise, and I was deeply offended in my soul.
Okay, I'll give
I
you
dream
this,
about it.
Austin. I'll give you this. If I cosplay Soma this week, if I have nothing going on, I will cosplay Soma this week, okay?
See, this is how we win, audience. Now,
If
make
I
sure you
have
go to
that's
Witch's
only if I
TikTok.
have nothing going on this week. That's it. That's only if. Okay, but
God
regardless,
don't give Witch clean. Let's go.
also, going off of that, I guess. I'm Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim, pronouns they he, and I have a list of characters that I made my entire personality, and Alucard and Piers from Pokemon are on that list. Try to guess the others. You won't, I bet.
Yes.
One of them should be
And,
obvious.
and together we form the Fanatics and we talk about the news and reviews of the week. On our Mondays, we talk about the news exclusively. And we got some topics for you. So I'm sure you've heard of them. I'm sure you can see them in the thumbnail. We'll be talking about Shrek, the one and only, the love and life of the world. He has returned, much to everyone's disappointment. Why? Well, on the internet, you know why. We'll also be talking about another superhero dying, another day that ends on Y.
Thank God,
Uh,
bro.
no,
Two
uh,
superheroes dying.
Two superheroes dying. And so, expect them to be back.
I'm waiting.
Then we'll be asking the important question: why is Wonder Woman in the big three? As her game gets canceled again. Well, another thing gets canceled from her again.
Yeah.
And yeah, Captain America really did lower the roof, bring down the roof in his recent outing. So
Yeah.
we have all that and more. We also have socials that, which is the special son. So
Hello, and just to remind you guys, Jake's gonna have to make the topic lists 4 times for the next 2 weeks. So just remember that. Anyways,
mm,
first of all, scribble to us, please, if you want Cryptid to come back from the dead in 2 weeks. Okay, if you know, you know. Also follow us on Twitter at Comic Fanatic 69. We do post updates, and pretty soon, besties, you'll see some really cool art that your boy drew for the next 2 weeks. Don't ask why for the next 2 weeks, just acknowledge, okay?
Mhm.
Anyways, if you don't want to follow the whole squad, but you just want to follow me, you can follow me on Twitter at Witch of Yoten with an E instead of a U. You can also follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitch at witch_of_Jotunheim. You know, because I do try to post on there when I have something to post. You know, you can also
Mhm.
follow me on Tumblr and Blue Sky at Northstar Aria, and you can follow me on Redno/Xiaohongshu at Witch of Jotun with a U. If you're lucky, you'll see Austin somewhere. I don't know where Austin is right now, but you know what? He's a
You
brick
can,
wall with bright blue
you can
eyes.
follow me out of Kroger this weekend.
Exactly. Don't ask to find his socials. I'm the only one who knows his socials. Don't worry about it. You can find Cryptid in 2 weeks after tomorrow. Back here. Don't ask why. All you need to know is that he will be temporarily dead because he said, and I quote, "I need a fucking break. Jake, you have to do the hard part now. You have one job.
Yeah.
Do it right."
Yeah.
And Jake, I have a question for you.
Yes, what's up?
Where you at? Where did I put you?
Wherever that Devil May Cry anime takes place currently.
Okay, and also I forgot to mention one
Oh,
thing.
the garbage.
And I forgot to mention one thing. I do have commissions open still, so if you want an art commission from me, your boy, hit me up on any of my socials, preferably on Twitter or Instagram. Most likely Instagram. I'll probably see it more. But yeah. Anyways, if you're wondering where I am in the universe, I am in my work in progress Howl Pendragon room. It's nice. I like it. You know, it gets the job done. That's where I'm at. Don't worry about it. I'm currently hanging out with some people I know. Just kidding. It's just me.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Pierre's stuff on Pinterest if you were curious.
There you go. There
Jake,
you
I
go.
want you to know before we start, you just disappointed me. Hardcore Mark.
All right then.
Out of all the places you could have been, you should have been in Hell's Kitchen preparing for your first outing with Daredevil tomorrow.
For real.
I'll just watch it in the new season.
Mhm.
Exactly, what I'm saying. You have to go to Hell's Kitchen personally today and prepare. It comes out tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's Tony's place. That's Tony's district. I can't be on his alley.
Mhm.
Well, bother Tony, not me.
Yeah.
Gotcha. But anyway, I guess with that, audience, I guess we should get started on topics. So, all right, I guess I should announce this topic. So, MCU Wanda returns in TVA.
Okay, so there's a thing about this.
Well,
So
question
apparently,
mark, question mark.
I don't
Yeah.
remember if it was the writer or the artist, but one of them mentioned that
Writer.
this was full on MCU Wanda.
Yeah, artist. There's conflicting reports by that same artist. Apparently, they're saying like this is the MCU Wanda, another person, and then they're also saying this is a variant of that version of Wanda. This is very confusing going on right now.
No. The artist said it's the MCU Wanda, but the writer actually says it's just a variant.
Okay,
The hope of it, the situation is that like you said, remember we covered it last week. The whole hope is that the MCU ends up taking these stories. That's the whole thing.
Yeah,
so that's all it is. So this Wanda's going to be have a history that's close to the MCU, but she's not actually our Wanda.
Okay.
That's not my Wanda.
Yeah, I mean, I swear, like when I went to my comic book shop this week, audience, right? I went there as an hour after it opened, so I was one of the first people there. We have like a new guy working there, and he told me, "Yeah, this comic is causing quite a commotion on Twitter right now. That last page." I'm like, "What? Really? Huh?" Because TVA, the book itself, nothing really big is going on there. I mean, the only recommendation I could give to TVA is if you guys like that TVA show from Loki, that TVA organization from Loki.
Loka.
Sorry, sorry, man. I meant Loki. All right. Okay. If you like those guys from Loki, I mean, you got to read this book because it's literally that version of those versions of those characters in this book. You have Morbius, you have whatever that chick's name is, the one who kind of looks like Amanda Waller. They make references to what happened.
Hunter B-15.
Yeah, her.
Yeah,
Yep, they make.
racist.
they make references to Kang, he who remained, and that stuff. So that was like throwing all of us for a little bit of a loop. Like, wait, so you're telling me this is the MCU sinking in with the comics now? Legitimately?
Nah,
Huh.
it's apparently this is still just another TVA with a history, kind of like the show.
And I hate this is why I hate those variants. Like, can we just stick with
That's why they
one?
brought in like Spider-Gwen and stuff. Like, if it, realistically,
Mhm.
they're just doing that. They'll pick heroes from the MCU, like the Wanda situation, or
Yeah.
have heroes that's already in the MCU. You won't pick heroes you know aren't going to be in the MCU at all to be in your book that you
Mhm.
want to be picked up by the MCU.
Yeah. I would just think, like, because the TVA is so widespread on different universes or whatnot, that this book could have been like a side journey of them. Like, yeah, one of the infinite amount of universes out there includes the 616 universe from the comics, and we have done missions with them. So yeah, gist of what's happening with Wanda appearing in TVA is somebody's out there killing who just finished stabbing Morbius, audience. And
Yay!
everybody, yeah, and everybody suspects Jimmy Hudson to be the one. Wow. Wow. So you guys randomly picked the one guy who has claws as the main suspect for the murder of
That's not
him.
random.
Yeah.
That's not random.
Come on.
There was no one else has knives, and one guy has built-in knives. It's
Hey,
probably the guy with built-in. That's how it is, bro.
hey, come on. Like, I would like to at least inspect the stab wound, all right? Is there one stab wound or is there three stab wounds? Austin, come on.
To
You
be
know?
fair, a Wolverine people can only do one claw if they want to. That doesn't change it.
Nah, still, that's being,
I think
that's,
Jimmy is smart enough to murder someone without using all three claws.
hey. I still think that's kind of wrong to just immediately. Oh, well, I guess if you want to pin the mutant as a
No,
suspect
it's
on the
definitely
movie,
wrong. I think it's funny.
yeah. Or do you want to imply that they're just going after Jimmy because he's a mutant? Austin, come on, come on.
To be fair, with how he's been treating them in Marvel for like the last 10 years, probably it's more believable.
Yeah, I gotcha. But regardless, it's just Wanda's whole introduction in that issue was apparently she was sending messages to Spider Gwen in her dreams that eventually led her Spider Gwen to find her in one of the vaults that the TVA was keeping
Which
secret.
should not work.
You
Which should not
know? Yeah.
work.
What do you mean?
The TVA has two systems to stop magic and stop the Infinity Stones from working there.
Yeah.
Just because he
This is
has chaos
probably
magic don't mean you just do whatever the fuck you want. Okay, I don't care. I don't buy
this,
it.
this is probably why, like, she's only able to send a message via a dream sequence, Austin. Like, she's able to slip in her power that way, you know? But yeah, I mean, this really threw everybody for a surprise because yeah, if it was Scarlet Witch, okay, yeah, all right, a variation of her. But the fact that they went the extra mile and making her dress up exactly like the one that we have from the MCU, that's what's throwing everybody for a loop, you know. So
I
yeah,
Kurt, I honestly think if it was MCU Wanda, that it would hurt this stuff more because MCU has
mhm.
shown most times they don't care about the comics or their comic tie-ins.
Yeah, you know. That's why it's just so
Even
out,
like with
it's
the
just so
Captain
out left
America thing,
field.
like they didn't even talk about how Scarlet Witch, Black Widow was the one who brought the leader in, not this random group they made up by their own
Yeah,
canon tie-in comics. They don't care.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just saw, like, after the whole conversation we had on topic of Breedboard saying, yeah, we're just making comics that are meant to be the foundation or story pitches for future MCU movies, you know? I'm like, damn, this is one heck of a
They,
this would be one heck of a foundation to build off of, audience. So,
I
yeah.
think I honestly think it hurts everything going forward. This how you try to bring Wanda back because going forward, a lot of stuff we're doing is moving away from TVA and even all that stuff. I guess Secret Wars, like the TVA should lose a lot of its like
Hmm.
situations. We should be focused on like the X-Men and Fantastic Four saga and stuff like that. So
Yep.
having Wanda's death be so cheap that the TV just came in, grabbed her, and then just release her back, it's You might well just have her save herself at that point.
You could imagine they kind of want to use her power some point in the future. I mean, you don't want to be like dumbasses like the Illuminati who are all like, Wanda's not a threat. We can handle her whenever we want, only to get slaughtered by her.
Oh, bitch, you all died.
I know, right? Which
Did we watch the same fucking movie?
Yeah,
But that's exactly the point, though. If they lost, you would think the TVA somehow beat her and caught her?
They were able
The
to
TVA
subdue
terrible.
Omega. Hey, the TVA was able to subdue Omega level mutants and bring them to.
They
I
could
keep
barely
forgetting what
subdue Loki when he was fighting back. And that's a very bad Loki.
Oh, you're talking about our main MCU Loki? They were able to
And the
capture him, man.
TV. No, they caught him because he didn't know what was happening. Once he broke free and they tried to capture him and Sylvie and everyone else, they literally couldn't do it. And this Loki skills are terrible compared to any comic book character.
Hey, dude, keep in mind, like, we had dozens of Loki variation in that junkyard area. I keep forgetting the name of that place. Where they sent all
And I'm not
the
talking.
discarded
That
variants.
makes it worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And we
they're
saw
able to-
them catch one and who didn't know who they were, and they just shocked them. And when we actually knew what they were and what them trying to catch them, they couldn't do it. They couldn't catch
I mean,
Sylvie.
the
Her
TVA
only
is power
power was
level.
shooting green stuff at them at
The
the time.
TVA was very inconsistent because they've captured Deadpool's, Human Torches, Thor's, all this other stuff.
That's
But
what
when
I'm
we
saying.
actually see them, they can't do much. Yeah,
This
so
is-
who knows?
is
We
probably why-
see them fight to capture people. They are terrible. They usually catch people by surprise, or they destroy the universe with a machine and catch you like that.
This is probably why they need somebody that's a powerhouse like Wanda on their team. So
Yeah, the woman who was disabling all time and space. That's the one you want on your team. No.
yeah. Well, regardless, audience, this just kind of makes this book a little bit more interesting to kind of see where does this go from here. Because I was just reading this book for Jimmy Hudson, audience, really. But if they're going to be bringing in Wanda, I kind of want to see how they work with this concept.
I don't want to deal with whitewashed Wanda again.
At least read it for Gambit, which for
I'm not
Raging.
even
I have a good book with Gambit in there. Okay.
Okay. But all right then. With that out of the way, guys, we'll move on.
Yes.
All right, let's move on to the next topic. All you, buddy, will.
Whoa,
Austin?
what the
Yeah, Jake.
fuck happened there? Oh my god.
People watch Captain America and Washington DC. Oh wait, hang on. Can I see this now?
Did
what
the
scene
Hulk
this?
actually pull off?
Is this the
theater?
is this the White House scene? That would have been funny. Anyway, I was trying to figure this out the whole time. But
No, the scene right there is him standing next to. No, the scene right there is him standing next to Bucky.
Wow.
Bucky.
No, that's him standing next to that girl that was I zoomed in. No, actually, this is the White House scene.
Yeah.
This is like the beginning of the movie. It's the woman asking questions. No, it's like the beginning of the movie where they're asking General Ross questions. It's the blonde lady with the mic in her hand.
Oh well, this happened.
Secret Service behind her.
This happened before.
Could someone explain to me what happened here? I don't care what's happening in the movie. What's
this happened
outside of
before.
the movie?
So this scene happened before. So this happened before because there's a firefighter here, and no way they got here that fast. So anyway, so two people were watching the movie in the theater, and all of a sudden the roof collapses in Washington D.C. Ironically, so I thought it would be funny.
The Hulk pull up?
No, well, apparently not. Apparently,
the roof
apparently this have to happen before the Hulk scene because this firefighter's already here. So.
What an interactive movie experience, audience.
They just missed time.
I hope no one got hurt.
Nah,
there was only two people.
No, there was only two people. They were not in the front.
No one got hurt.
Hey, if you pretty much have the whole movie theater to yourselves, you're not going to want to have your seats be in the front row, and it looks like the collapse happened in the front row. So
someone I know IRL was suggesting that maybe it's just because of the roof was weak. Like it's not really like a well-made theater, like a well sustained theater. And maybe it was just the the booming sound from the movie itself that kind of weakened it enough to break. But
Wow.
who knows?
Wow.
That's what he was suggesting. But I don't know.
Gotcha. Well,
You're
accidents
telling
happen.
me the two people in the theater didn't run for it and try to lay under the rubble like they got hurt?
Yeah, bro, I'll be suing them. Exactly.
That's how you know the race wasn't mine. That's all I'm gonna say.
Wow.
But
Yeah, it brought the house down, audience. This movie brought the house down.
Would have been a great treat if Anthony Mackie came down and he was just fighting fucking
The Hulk?
not Hulk, but his actor. No, not Hulk, but the actor.
Yeah.
There's like throwing hands for some reason.
I know he popped up during an opening night in one of the movie theaters, Anthony Mackie. Like he's just like, hey, thank you all for coming and watching this movie, and he has his popcorn shield bucket with him.
Sure.
They do that all the time.
Gotcha. But yeah, accidents happen, audience, and luckily it sounds like nobody got hurt in this, so
Luckily, that would suck ass.
yeah. I assume they got a refund.
Not
or
the
Or
they'll-
at least a voucher.
Yeah.
Cryptid pro tip: it's easier to make a voucher than it is for a refund. So they probably got a voucher.
Gotcha. Alrighty then. I guess with that, you guys will move on.
Wait. You're telling me it's easier to just be like, how much you pay? $10? You go, get $10 back.
Yeah, because depending on the theater, they might have to get the manager involved for the refund because not everyone, like the concessions people, typically aren't in charge of refunds. So rather than just go upstairs and get your manager,
I guarantee the manager came down.
No, I'm saying, but hopefully, or what most likely happened in this case, because the whole theater came down, you would give them the voucher anyway because you want them to come back. You want them to give an incentive to come back, and a refund kind of won't do that. So, but yeah,
gotcha. But,
I like the idea that the manager's room was right above this, and he fell down like his whole desk came down with it. They're like, oh, anyway.
Yeah,
gotcha. But all right then. I guess with that we should move on then, audience. So moving on to the next topic.
Oh wait, this is my turn. So Marvel Insider is shutting down as of this year. And you might be wondering how would you know about this? Well, I got an email about it a few days ago. And they were like, oh, yeah, since 2016, we've had this reward system and everything like that. But now we're going to be shutting it down. Let me see if I can actually pull up the actual email. Because it does give me all the information I need. So, yeah, so it's shutting down. You have a few more days to actually earn points. Basically, what Marvel Insider is, like I said, it's a reward system where you by you doing certain things, like saying on Marvel Unlimited, you can read certain comics and everything and get points for it, and then you can turn those points into like rewards or something, like mostly just like cool wallpapers, cool art. I want to get the Ultimate Wolverine stuff, but I don't have enough points, so I might ask one of my friends to get it for me. But yeah, it's shutting down. Let me see if I can pull up the email. There it goes. Okay, I have it right here. So March 3rd is when the program starts to sunset. So today, as of recording this for me, on the May 27th is the last day to redeem points. May 28th, the account closes, and then June 4th is the final day for customer support. So, yeah, try to get as many points as you can and renew them as much as humanly possible so that you can get all the cool stuff. I'm going to hit up my friend right now being like, hey, if you have Marvel Insider points, can you get me the freaking Ultimate Wolverine art stuff? Thanks. But that's basically it. So to anyone who might be watching this who has like a bunch of points, you know what to do. I only have 2,200, so I can't really do anything fun. So have fun. You don't have a lot of time.
You said that like that's a small amount. That's 2,000 something points.
200. That's not a lot compared to some of the stuff I want to get. Like shit, I think that one like costed like a couple thousand more. But yeah, have fun. But don't worry, stuff like Marvel Unlimited and stuff like that is staying up. So don't worry about that. That's not the thing that you should be stressing out about. So yeah.
Wait, did you ever play Spider-Man Unlimited?
Spider-Man Unlimited?
Yeah.
No. No.
Spider-Man.
But I did play the Avengers Academy game.
That was such a
I
disappointment.
think
Such a
everybody,
fucking
I think
I
disappointment.
missed
everybody was
that
good
game.
to play.
I am so salty that I wasn't able to get Hulkling or Marvel, but I got almost everyone else.
Which do you remember when they first made that game and they promised that you could ship the Avengers with whoever you wanted? You could have your own fucking ships. And they said they were gonna put that in the game, never came in. I was like, fuck this game.
Wow. False advertising.
Well, keep in
False
mind, I
advertising.
wasn't able to play the game as much as I wanted to because I didn't have enough storage. So like, don't hate the player, hate the game.
I ain't the player. I hating the game. I mean the developers. They lied to me.
I still
I
think Jake made
So
that up.
salty.
No.
There was no. Because I check this all the time. It used to be on the Apple page. Like if you looked up Avengers Academy on the page, they would that would be a feature that they promised in the game. And then I was just waiting for it. I would tune in every week. And then it became this whole thing about like the time travel plot or whatever this other shit I didn't care about. But yeah, that's not fair.
It's okay.
Yeah, like I say, they tired of all people to be like, man, I can't wait to ship Iron Man with
Almost
Black Widow
every
today.
single Young
It wasn't. No,
Avenger
my go-to was
besides-
gonna be Iron Man and Wasp. I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then like, I was like, fuck it.
Keep in mind, there are
Well,
still a
guess
couple
what, Jake?
people that are out there still drawing art
I have
for
a
this
comic
game.
for you, Jake. Let me introduce you on Dead Slice Iron Man, where that sex
Me and
ship
Wasp get
happens.
together. Yeah, but I wanted to make it happen. I wanted to be the architect of their pain.
You know what's funny? I had almost every single Young Avenger, and I had every single Runaway that was in the game. I did not get Hulkling for the Young Avengers. I was
could
so
you?
upset. I was so pissed off. I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
The Emperor of the Universe has no time for these Young Avengers.
It's called having responsibility.
And great
Responsibility,
power.
my gay
Also,
ass.
like,
I had
also,
old
they gonna
Lace
change their
and the
name.
Mandarin, but I couldn't have Hulkling.
Wow.
Are they going to change their name? They're about to be the old Avengers in a minute.
Fucking know anymore.
Gotcha.
The middle-aged Avengers. I can't wait.
The middle-aged Avengers.
The nerdy dirties adventures.
Listen. But yeah, if you have Marvel Insider points, go renew them now before it all shuts down. I'm gonna bother my friend and be like, "Hey, can you give me the Ultimate Wolverine things, please? Thank you."
Gotcha. But anyway, alright then. I guess with that, we should probably move on unless you have any final thoughts, Witch.
No, not really.
Okay. Alright then. With that, let's move on, audience. Who wants to announce this one?
How though?
Not a great day.
Wonder
for
Woman game canceled, and 3 studios of WB Games, and another one gets shut down. Monolith Games gets shut down because of WB.
Wow.
Bro,
Wonder Woman ain't that big.
Look,
For you, pick up the slot.
well, there's no one to place it with. The Flash and Superman couldn't even get a game. They got their games just stripped the night before they even went to the bed.
Flash got 7 seasons of television, bro. Was it 9 seasons of television? That's more than one. That's 9 more than Wonder Woman.
People hate it more than half. And people hate it more than half.
That's okay.
What?
People hate more than half, but they love Barry Allen. I'll say that much.
Jake, it was a Flash show, but then it had to incorporate so many characters that had nothing to do with the Flash. That's how
listen. It doesn't matter if people hated or loved it. You know what they all said? They said, "Man, that Barry Allen guy was so cool." They liked him so much. They said, "Let's force him in the DCEU, whether that works or not."
No, those are fanboys. Anyone who likes substance realized the Flash fell off with Joe fell off.
I think most fans of the Flash realized it fell off. They just
the moment he became a mouthpiece for his wife, it was over. Okay.
It's true. Yeah. I was like, no, it's like just most people like Barry Allen.
Jake, the moment this man looked his daughter and I and said, I don't know why she literally put a call on you and kept you from using your power for all your life and hid it from you, but I support her decision 100% without knowing any context. Fuck you, child.
Iris would never hurt her. Okay.
And she actively hurt her in present day.
But she had to do it for a reason. Don't you understand?
I just like how this is a Wonder Woman topic, yet we're talking about a Flash.
The Flash is more interesting. Derail in the conversation. My point, no, it's not. Wonder Woman game could have been hype because of the disrespect that she's been getting, Her best showing is still Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. And the Crisis on Two Earths movie, wherever once the evil Justice League showed up. And she actually get a great fight scene.
She had that wrestling match with herself.
So no, Superwoman was Lois Lane. That's the funny part about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it is a crying shame because I really felt like she of all people needed this more than any other DC hero. All her villains get disrespect no matter what medium in. I don't care what anyone said to defend the show. Creature Meadow, she had her power already activated in her hand. Looked before the weasel came around the corner, knew where he was coming from and where he was, and actively still got tackled by him 5 seconds later. I don't care if no one said that's terrible. That's like having a gun and not pointing it where you know your person's coming from. I don't care what no one says. But like Wonder Woman needs so much stuff. Her comic books don't sell as much as they should. She has some good hardcore fans. Her hardcore fan base love her. But I think it's hard for new people to get. Go ahead.
No, shout out JT, who's a big Wonder Woman fan.
You're welcome.
I think it's harder for newer people to get into her because if you look at any medium where her stuff ends, it's always an accessory to somebody else's medium.
Yeah.
They like to sell you that she's one of the big three with Batman and Superman, but outside the Trinity book, if it's a Justice League book, she is not treated as third person. She was at the thing at the end of like the dark Batman bullshit event. I remember she helped like beat Darkseid or something, but usually it's not the case.
I still see people try bringing up the point in this day and age that technically Harley Quinn should be taking Wonder Woman's spot as the Trinity. Based on sales and merchandising wise, you know. So
the worst thing about Harley Quinn getting popular, in my opinion, is the fact that she's just somehow part of the Bat family, standing right next to the guy she helped beat to death as a child.
Yep.
She's in that. She's in that Wayne family.
If Harley Quinn becomes a part of the Trinity, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I said hypothetically, that's another Gotham character that's going to be a mainstay in. Like in the main DC stuff, like that's another Gothamite that we have to.
That's why she can't. That's why she can't. That's why she can't be in the Trinity because she's already a Batman character. I don't know. She can't be in there.
That's why I dropped DC Comics. When DC, like right after the Rebirth stuff started falling off, when you looked at it, every team had a Batman related person with it, or a side character was related to Batman in every book. And that was ridiculous to me. You could not get away from this man.
Can't get away from the back.
Like, I think this is going to be but we don't need to see him everywhere.
Nope.
Yeah, but when we go to our topic, I do think this game is going to be the biggest hit to her character in a while, especially because her comics are just now getting new people into it with the Absolute run and stuff, where people talk the greatest jumping point on for a character. This would have been the best time to do this game.
I know, right?
The first movie did good. The second movie didn't do that well. This comic brought her character back to relevancy for a lot of people who weren't already a hardcore fan, and then you do this to her character.
Yeah.
And then James Gunn not prioritizing her show compared to all this other random stuff he gets script from, just letting slide way before it. It really looks bad. We're going to have his Batman and Robin, the Authority, Booster Gold on like 9 other people for this one woman show. Comes out.
Oh, wow.
It's misogyny, guys. I'm saying it now.
Wow.
I think it's just people just don't know.
When you put it that way, they really are doing Wonder Woman dirty, audience. So.
I don't even think it's misogyny. I think people just don't know how to make Wonder Woman work.
Showed up just to get disrespected as an accessory to another show before she even got mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the average person just doesn't know how to make Wonder Woman work because they don't get it. That's really it.
It doesn't help that they casted a shitty actress to play her in the movies.
I mean, like I say it all the time. It's like Batman, Superman, very easy. Superman has a city. He has like a set of villains you can easily identify with. He has a job that you can always identify with. Batman, Gotham City, it's its own character. He has a rogues gallery of villains. Each is interesting as Batman himself. Wonder Woman, I'm sure she has some of those things, but most people.
Wonder Woman had to lean. I think Wonder Woman's biggest aspect that you can lean into to make her different is to lean into the aspect of her and her relationship with the gods and stuff. A lot of her best stories are just like this, like it's like Thor in books. His best stories are when he's not in Asgard and not on Earth a lot of the time, where he's traveling the galaxy or other realms and stuff. That's why I think Wonder Woman's best shines, in my opinion, at least the books I read. Like Wonder Woman Dead Earth is probably her best comic for me.
Well, I mean,
And
like,
that's just because the Earth is dead and it's so drastically different.
I think you just need identifiable. You need like a world that's identifiable for her. That's why Yara Flor did so well in the very beginning before they just kind of butchered it. It was just easy for people to understand. Oh, it's a Brazilian Wonder Woman. She's in Brazilian jungle. She deals with Brazilian gods. Like it was like a world that people could just tangibly be in right off the bat.
Wonder Woman, I feel like you had that though. Her last few runs were mainly on her island and dealing with like that aspect of stuff. Like They're Scare, whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Themyscira?
I think it's an engaging. I think it's an engaging place. It's just people don't like these people.
No, they don't.
Plus, also people that prioritize the 20 Batman-related books rather than any of their other characters. So it's causing to get harmed.
Which is why Wonder Woman needs a TV show to really sell. If you're gonna have it be Themyscira, she needs a TV show to sell it. But James Gunn won't prioritize it. So
I think they give her a cartoon at the very least, man. You can at least get more freedom.
Yeah.
But this is why I had the biggest struggle when people say Wonder Woman deserves to be on the comic book Mount Rushmore because she was the most popular female hero. Because she still doesn't, like she is, but she does not feel like it at all. And I feel like there's like 10 or 20 male heroes people will say before they call her name. And I think that's really fucked up. Just for the fuck be the most popular female hero.
It is what it is. So
the other biggest crime with this before we move on, Cryptid, is that this game is gonna have the Nemesis system. The Nemesis system is the greatest adventure game mechanic I ever seen. So this system works that if you beat someone, they will come back stronger with new abilities, new powers, new armor, everything. This is from the Shadow of Mordor and War for Mordor games, the Lord of the Rings video games. So if you beat a guy or if you beat a guy, he might come back later stronger. But if he beats you, he gets upgraded full on. So say like if she lost to Ares, and Ares is already like in the Council of the Gods, he would have came back like the leader of the council where Zeus was. He would took Zeus' spot when it comes to the hierarchy of gods. Like that's how the upgrade system works in the game. And
Austin,
Cryptid, this is gonna be the first time they used it since that franchise, Cryptid, and now we'll probably never get it again.
Cryptid, what he's saying is like a henchman in the game could be the final boss for you if you fuck around and find out.
Yeah,
that's what he's saying.
Look at that, something innovative that will never see the light of day.
Well,
WB, they got it like they made it so no one else can use it, and they copyrighted it and everything, so no one else can ever use this system. But they also refuse to put it in games. They're gonna be the first game in like 10 years, and I will never get it again.
Gotcha.
Fuck you, Warner Bros.
Well, it is what it is. So, guys, have any final thoughts on this before we move on?
No.
R.I.P. Wonder Woman.
For real, justice for Wonder Woman.
Justice for Diana.
Justice for Wonder Woman.
All right, with that, let's move on.
It's my turn again, guys. Okay, if you guys remember, I brought this up a while ago, but we just got the casting for the Takarazuka review stage show that they're doing for Castlevania. It's called Castlevania Awakening in the Moonlight. As you can tell by the two beautiful people in front of me, this is gonna be Maria and Alucard. Sorry in advance if I mispronounce these names, okay? So for Alucard, who is the lovely person up front, is Sia Toaki. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I apologize in advance. And then Maria is played by Misaki Horishizora, who's in the back. By the way, these costumes look phenomenal. I do wish that Maria's outfit was a bit more green, but I think that could just be how the picture is lighted, I think. I don't know.
They're well detailed. I'll say that.
No shit.
Rich,
It's really
you said
nicely made.
these two beautiful people, and I was like, that's a nice compliment you gave Jake and Griffin.
Thank you.
I was talking about the other two beautiful people, Austin. Anyways,
I see that now.
but I wish to give off the level of androgyny that Sia is giving right now as Alucard. I was like, I want to look like this. Okay, that's my transition goal, guys, is to be as androgynous as humanly possible. But yeah, obviously I can't really talk about the more info because it's all in fucking Japanese and I don't know Japanese, but I'll get back to you guys when I get to that. But I swear, when I saw this, I sent it to all my Castlevania friends. I posted it on Instagram. I was freaking the fuck out. I was like, oh my god. It was like 3 a.m. when I got this news. I was like, fuck. I can't sleep now. I gotta talk about Castlevania. So, I'm excited for this. I hope we do get like a recording of it so that people who can't watch it in person could go see it. I have one main fear, though. And do you want to know what my one main fear is?
What is it?
Tell us.
It's that they're gonna have Maria and Alucard be in a romantic relationship, and I can't have that happen.
It's really gross.
It really is. Oh my god, dude! Don't get me started. Like, probably not. However, you never know. But at the same time, it's low-key kind of stressing me out. So if I could get the plot of this as soon as humanly possible, that would be great. Like I said, I'll keep you guys posted on this. Because even though I would love to see this in person, one, I don't know Japanese, and two, I don't have my passport updated, and I won't be able to go to Japan anytime soon because I don't have that money. So, but these costumes look phenomenal, exactly what I expected from Takarazuka. If you've seen some of their other stuff, you know how great their costume work is. The wigs look great. Dang, if I didn't look closely enough, I would have believed that it was their real hair that they dyed. But I'm excited. I'm excited for this. I'm excited to see what they do. I'm also scared for that one thing. Austin, I'll send you the radio drama, the canon radio drama for the timeline so that you can get more content. I will send it to you. To prove to all the people that try to claim that Alucard and Maria are canon. The radio drama proves they are not canon.
Yeah, they're really not.
Because, like, there are these people that are trying to say, oh, yeah, they get married and have kids. I was like, where is your evidence? And they try to tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about.
Think that.
I don't know why, because there's no evidence for it. Like, I know people have been shipping this since, like, the late 90s, but at least they kept it, like, to themselves. And they didn't, like, make it other people's problems for the most part. Which is, like, I don't like this ship. If I'm going to ship Alucard with anyone, I do have a very specific list of characters that I would ship them with. But Maria is not on that list for a very specific reason.
I have a question.
Yes?
Is yourself on that list?
Listen.
No.
I could give you, besides myself, obviously, because I know I'm number one on that list. Literally, I ship Alucard with any of the Castlevania 3 people. So Trevor / Ralph, Sypha, and Grant. I'm an Alu-Grant shipper at heart. I'm also a Richter card shipper. I'm also an Alucard x Ludmil shipper as well. If you don't know who Ludmil is, you gotta listen to the radio drama. Shout out Dasha. You are the pioneer of reason, and also the reason for this ship being alive to this day. But that's my main fear, is that Alucard and Maria are gonna have like a romantic thing in this, and I'm just like, no, please no. I don't want to have to deal with these weirdo people online again. I already have to like deal with weirdos already, and I don't want to have to deal with this shit again. So
Jake, it's like the Trunks and my shipper from Dragon Ball Z. If you need a reference.
Yeah.
If you need a reference point, what else was I gonna say? Like I said, I need the plot synopsis as soon as possible. I already know that this is not going to be canon to the timeline. It's kind of like its own thing. So I am going to give a bit more lenience on it. However, to all those Alu Maria shippers, y'all need to calm the fuck down, okay? In the show, Maria's like 15, okay? When she first met Alucard. In the games, when she debuted, she was 12. When she met Alucard, she was 17. And she's 18 in the radio drama. And Alucard wants nothing to do with her for the most part. His unfamiliar hates
For the
her
most part.
for some reason. Okay, like he tolerates her, but like not in that kind of way, okay? Like he wanted to go back to his eternal sleep, and then Maria was like, "Stay awake, please," and he's like, "Whatever." He treats her kind of like
y'all really make. Oh yeah, I really make this man look bad. He has all this experience of life, like he had been through, and y'all think he wants a fresh out the boat 17-year-old? Like, come on now.
No, no, he doesn't want it. He has other things to prioritize. Okay, like literally after the radio drama, Richter goes missing. Like the Belmonts go missing. We don't know what happens to him, and Alucard's like, ah, shit. So I gotta figure out what to do now. And then he goes to Japan, takes on a Japanese alias for some reason, and works for the Japanese government. Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to. Okay?
That's just Wolverine.
I want the
isn't
answers.
Isn't that just Wolverine?
You want to know what his the name that he chose was? Do you want to know what it is?
What is it?
Yes.
What is it?
I don't know if you're ready for this.
Go ahead.
It's Genya Arikado.
Okay.
I want you to think about it for 5 seconds.
Genya Arikado.
Arikado's a Japanese way of pronouncing Alucard a little bit. So, yeah, that's what we're working with over here.
This is basically what Dracula goes around calling himself Alucard. Like, bro, you just did your name backwards. Come on now. We're not that dumb.
We're not stupid. But I'm just hoping, that's like my one main thing, is that Alucard and Maria are going to have a romantic thing in this. I hope they don't. I don't think they will, knowing what I know. But I'll keep you posted on that. Austin, like I said, I am sending you the radio drama as I speak.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that it's in Japanese, but it has English subtitles, okay?
That's fine.
Why did I send you that gift? I don't remember sending you that gift.
Oh, I got it right now. Let me know.
But why did I send you that? Do you remember why? I don't.
Oh yeah, no, because we're talking about something, and I said, "Oh, so like free." It was on an episode. It's recorded somewhere. We talked about something.
I sent that gift
like
on the
free?
16th of December. So if you go back to the 16th of December, you could probably find the context of that. But costumes look great. Hair and makeup are killer as always. I have high hopes for this production. I do hope that we at least can get some clips before we get a full recording. So if anyone from Takarazuka that knows English that might be watching this, I'm not saying it will happen, but hypothetically, please do a full-on recording of the show. If it needs to be behind a paywall, that's fine. I will spend the money for that. Just letting you know that now. But please, no Alu Maria, please, for the sake of my mental health and my sanity. That will be much appreciated. Everything else, free reign. Have fun.
Yeah, audience, make sure Witch gets what he wants, so.
I only ask one thing. That's the only thing I want, is to not have that happen.
Gotcha. But, alright then. I guess with that, you guys will move on?
Yes, please. Mm-hmm. That's
all
the
right.
end of my topics for the night.
Let's move on to the next. I have some thoughts on this too.
I guess my turn.
Oh, I do know what this is.
Okay. Go ahead,
so,
Austin.
Shrek 5 teaser and fans are upset. So, we all know there's a bunch of 30 and 40-year-olds mad that Shrek does not look the same he did in 2000, between 2000 and 2010. And to be fair, it was Torbjorn's too.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to say which? Go ahead.
No.
I was all.
I'll go on my point.
Okay. Go ahead, Austin.
Go ahead. Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
I was about. Okay. Damn it. Okay, you do it, Austin. Finish your point.
I was saying, and a lot of people don't like any of the changes. So The main change with Shrek that's throwing people off that I don't know if you noticed on first glance, but his eyes are a lot closer together. He has more of a human structured face other than like the odd ogre animation shape they used to have. It's the same for every character here. And people don't like the fact that the daughter's eyes are changed from blue to brown. And the reason for that change is the reason they're mad.
A lot of people online are saying that she's trans. That one of the sons transitioned.
Yeah, and then there are also people online
It's
that saying that. Yeah, there are people online saying that her colors just naturally change from blue to brown because that's how.
Yeah, that's also
biology.
So it's confirmed. The reason her eye colors changed is because Zendaya did not want to play a blue-eyed ogre. She said, "If you want me to play it, change the eyes brown." The guy said, "Okay, that's it."
Oh wow! Come on, Zendaya. Come on.
Trans. What's wrong with playing a blue-eyed ogre?
But then,
if you notice, every animated character she plays has brown eyes. Apparently, that's just a thing that she likes to do.
But then, hold on a minute, because then the Sonic community got involved, and they said we have to ask them to change the design now, because they said this is comparable to that, and I'm like, have you lost your fucking mind? This is not the same.
Those fans were pissing me off. That you are not going to convince them to change the art style because of some 40 and 50-year-olds are being like, this is not my Shrek. You know what I'm telling you now? Shrek is not for you. Puss in Boots, the last wish, were not for you. Okay, they're not doing it in mind thinking about.
No one complained when Puss in Boots changed art style.
Exactly, it's the same thing. It is your first time seeing Shrek in that art style.
I mean, I'd also like to point this out, right? Like, who looks okay? It sounds like, I mean, by what we saw in the teaser, right? This is going to be aging as if it was normal time from where we last saw Shrek, which was probably 15 years ago. Shrek 4, right? Who honestly looks the same 15 years later as they did 15 years back? You know, so
people's argument was that the Toy Story movies kept the same art style. Why couldn't this one?
I guess
they want to try something different. Also, it's a different studio. Who cares?
Yeah.
No, but they know it's the same thing to make Puss in Boots, and Puss because disrupted. That's all it is.
Yeah, and
their new art style is different from the old.
It sounds like something so minimal. It's not like, it doesn't look like something that's a deal breaker. Like, oh my god, I'm not gonna watch this movie because of the minor changes that were made to Shrek and Dog T's face.
When I first saw it, I was a little bit shocked, but I feel like I can get used to it over time. Like the more that I see it around.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I hadn't seen Shrek in years, so when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, that's Shrek." Like I had no like. I was like, "Oh, all right." Well,
Jake,
back.
to be honest, when I saw this teaser, I was like, "Wait, is this some AI stuff going on? Did somebody just create this?" Because I couldn't tell.
It's like I just don't like. I haven't like. The last time I saw a Shrek movie was like maybe 5 years ago, if I'm being generous. So like when I saw his face, I'm just thinking, oh, that's just Shrek. Like I couldn't tell the distinction. I was like, that's just the guy. And then someone showed me, it's like, oh, I guess it does look different. No. And don't get me wrong, like no, I'm
gonna that's all from Shrek, bro.
I'm gonna show you back, but like not gonna lie, there's a clear difference between the right picture and the left picture. It's just that my general memory of Shrek was just like, oh, this is just the guy. He's like green as the head. Like it didn't look bad to me.
He's a different shade of green. His eyes are closer together, and his eyes are a lot closer together, and his mouth shape is different, and his nose is stretched out more.
Gotcha. But
Jake, I couldn't help myself from laughing because you said when I saw your face, and that was like the song for Shrek 2. When I saw your face,
a good trailer will come out. Maybe people will like it. Maybe.
I'm still a little bit annoyed.
My biggest problem with this is that I think we all can guess the plot that's going to happen with this when you make it a story about the teenage daughter of a character from a long time ago. Either she's going to be, I want to go. She's either going to be rebellious and want to leave and do her own thing in life and try to learn to be a better father, or she's going to run away and then come back learning to appreciate her family. The standard plot we get with this type of stuff. So I really hope and want to see how Shrek changes this. Because Shrek was the whole point of Shrek, the original one, was spins on the stuff you already did. The first one was not about Prince Charming; it was about an ogre village. The second, like the fourth one, was all about what King Arthur do, like a whole different version of the tale. But
Yep.
so I really hope they don't go the full generic route with this movie, bro.
Yeah.
But honestly,
I mean,
who
Shrek
knows
was,
what could happen?
yeah, I mean, Shrek itself was supposed to be about making like unconventional takes on, classic fairy tale stories. But like with what Austin brought up, like, the rebellious daughter, that is just a very generic plot line we see nowadays.
Shrek, but his daughter's actually like really loving and really supportive and not rebellious at all. And he has to kick her out the fucking house. That's basically his arc to convince her to leave.
I like the take the plot is about that. You remember the fourth one? He was mad that he wanted to be more like an ogre again and stuff. I like to think that like his kids are like full millennials, so he's like, bro, they don't know what it's like to be out in the streets like I was, bro. I was out here grinding as an ogre, and now she needs to do it. You want to live on your own? You want to prove that you can handle dating and stuff? I need to see that ogre in you. Show me that dog in you. Please.
Funny enough, there was actually, I think it was a comic or a book, right, that actually went on in depth to explain that. That's actually a custom in Shrek's people, right, where the children are going to have to go fend off for themselves at a very young age. That's what Shrek's parents did. Yeah.
Shrek's parents tried to eat him. Remember, he straight up told you his dad tried to eat him, and that's why he left.
Yeah, but okay, but then also like they came to visit Shrek when he after they found out that he got married and his father apparently was like, Shrek, what the heck? Why do you still have your babies? They should be all fending for themselves as customary for us ogres, So
no, I agree. Yeah, that whole thing is crazy. Shrek dad tried to eat him, and then because it was time for Shrek to leave, he wouldn't leave.
There you go.
Will we see the other two triplets in this movie,
or
we're just
we have to, we
better. She's the
the
other two have been on a went off and had successful lives, but the daughter tried to stay strict little girl.
Yeah.
Unless he tried to keep her there.
And I better not be hearing. And I better not be hearing it was Zendaya's pitch to like get rid of the other two brothers so the spotlight could be on her.
No,
So
that's the pitch. She's the baby bird that can't get out the nest, and Shrek's like, "What do I gotta do to convince this lady to get the fuck out of my house?" That's the plot. I'm telling
you. That'll be cool.
I'm too good of a parent. She refuses to leave.
You see, that's gonna be my father.
I can't be like my father.
Yeah, that's going to be the unconventional princess right there. The princess that doesn't want to leave her house or room, So, Yep. Yeah. I'm so a little bit annoyed.
In one of those situations, we just have to sit and wait. And if you're mad about this, bro, you have to get over it, bro. Shrek is old as all the what now, man. Let other people enjoy this version of Shrek. You don't have to watch it if you don't like the art style. It's not going to hurt the film or hurt you.
I'm not annoyed. I'm not mad. I'm just a little bit annoyed at the whole eye situation to find out that it was the actress who wanted that to be her demand. I'm like, come on. There's a foundation for this character already.
And to be fair, maybe that's why they released this the way it was. They didn't do a story. They were like, listen, just see what we're doing, and then when you cool off, we'll come back.
But let us cook.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll let you be mad right now, and then when we come back, you'll be like, oh, the actual wasn't bad.
Gotcha. But alright then. I guess with that, you guys will move on to the next topic unless you have final thoughts.
No,
I'll get used to it.
Just so Sonic fans know, this is not the movie situation, not even close. You're talking about one model versus changing an entire animation.
I do want them to do something with a prince. Just to see how they do it. I think it'd be funny. If the prince is the ogre from the start, and it's just a regular guy. We're like, I like this. This here, I like this one.
Dude, they need to bring those love stories. Dude, they need to bring those love stories back because I think it's been a while since we've seen a Disney princess. Oh, I'm sorry, a princess in general having a love story.
Americans aren't in love.
Do you think that the daughter's gonna have a love interest in this?
It'll be unconventional by modern standards, which
it'll be unconventional by modern standards. That works.
Yeah,
I like to think that Prince Charming would come back, but he has a kid, and
He
so that's
died?
what happened between Prince Charming's kid and then
They just,
Shrek's daughter. I
Yeah.
think that's my theory on this. I'm not
Yeah.
saying it's gonna.
No. Did Prince Charming die?
I
they
don't
just
even
forgot
remember.
about they forgot about Prince Charming. Austin. Funny enough, the original pitch for Shrek 4 was to include that Prince Charming turns into an ogre. Did you know that?
Yes,
Now
I
we're-
learned his lesson.
I heard about it, but I swear I thought he died.
It appeared that he died, but unless you see a dead body, you know. So,
That's fair.
gotcha.
His mom's
But-
a fairy godmother. I'm sure she can save his life. It doesn't matter.
That's true. That's true. So, all right then. I guess with that, we should probably move on to the next topic, audience. Okay, I guess I might as well announce this one. We're going to the comic news, audience. So this news is Supergirl trans-led. The reason I wanted to
What?
bring this up is because apparently there was like a lot of misconceptions out from reactionary people online about that, and it's
Oh, go
not that
figure.
Supergirl- Yeah, it's not
About
that
what?
Supergirl.
I don't understand.
It's not that Supergirl is trans. It's the fact that it's going to be. It's just the writer is trans, and she's going to be writing for
Obviously.
Supergirl. Yeah, you know.
Ain't no way they thought in main continuity they're going to randomly make Supergirl trans. That's insane to me.
Yeah, you know.
Elseworld,
I just
sure.
want-
The Elseworld did do whatever. They weren't going to do that to the main universe. That's a whole different thing.
Yep, exactly. So yeah, I just wanted to clear up that misconception. So Supergirl's got a new comic, audience. She's
How
going to
did
get a
that
new
wait,
design.
wait. How did that get started? How did a rumor like that get started? Just because people didn't
It's
what?
headline.
It's most
It
like
was
the
like
article
headline.
said trans-led Supergirl.
Yes, exactly. I
People thought
found
it
it.
was
I
like,
found
oh,
a
I
link
swear,
like that.
I hate reading these articles, like these article headlines, because it's so much misconception a lot of the time.
Yeah,
and
they
then
do
it
that a lot.
turn people pissy, and I'm just like, fuck off.
Yeah,
Well, they do it because they do it because people don't read them otherwise, but then people just don't read it anyway. They just like the headline, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
They want the sort of
They could have
commotion.
put, oh, a trans writer is writing Supergirl or something on the lines
They
of that.
they could have they could have, but the idea is that
The
you'll click on
problem
it.
with highlighting that it's the same thing as usual, though. Because obviously, you just say trans writer on Supergirl is going to get baseless hate. It's going to turn some people off from the book, and then the people who come to the book are so some of them like, oh, it's a trans writer. They're going to expect certain stuff from the book. So they know how the writer handles it. It doesn't work out the best. I feel like you should let the writer. They should let the writer start writing first and let people judge the work for itself.
Exactly. You know.
Anytime you announce like the set, every time they feel the need to announce the sexuality of the writer before the book comes out, it usually doesn't work that well.
Which let me give you an example. I'm looking it up right now. There's this
Can you
one
not
article
mansplain comics to me right now, please? Thank you.
No,
I don't
no,
need an
there's
example. I
just
know
want
how to
title.
read.
I just wanted to list an example, right?
You're sounding like dad
title.
right now.
It's for the sake of the
I already
discussion.
know. I already know.
It's for the sake of the discussion. Explain it for the people who don't know. They might be watching.
One person had a title in an article saying, "Look up in the sky. It's a trans-led Supergirl comic series coming soon." Yeah, clickbaity article, right? Like that, you know. So, yeah. Aside from that, we get a glimpse of what Supergirl's design is. Yeah, I like the modern touch of this.
Why
like,
are you? Why? It looks good, but why are we immediately going back to our classic design? Like we just had our change a year ago, and like the whole family was finally on the same page, right?
Back to basics, Austin. Back to basics. One thing that the artist Art Germ did state, like he wanted to do, was like give her like an athletic abs look to her, and I think that works good for Supergirl. Have you see the tone and the abs and everything?
Yeah,
That's good. And plus, we're gonna get a couple Art Germ variants of this, audience. So
Get
those
Art
are going to sell.
Germ!
Yep, those are going to sell. So yeah, damn. I know
like
the
that
comic
face. That's the creepiest he ever made her look. What the fuck?
Just smile.
And like the city floated behind her. He's like, "Yeah, you like that, don't you? Like, what the fuck?" No, I don't.
Gotcha. But he'll still sell because it's Art Germ. Man, I know comic industries right now are doing this whole thing about let's make a whole lineup of variant covers of like a specific artist, right? Like the most modern example is what's that artist? Peach Momoko. Yeah, her.
Love
Uh,
her.
yeah, they made a whole lineup of variants for Peach Momoko to do in
Alex
basically all of
Ross is
Marvel
releasing
comics.
a line of variant covers.
There you go. It's another example.
I'm gonna buy
So,
the Marvel one because I love Marvel, but it doesn't make sense. It's for a Spider-Man book.
mhm.
Miss
Yeah,
Marvel,
they gotta
Miss
stop
Marvel
doing that.
Carol Danvers, she's being put on an X-Men book, which is very ironic.
I know, right?
Well, that
So, so the next the next artist they should do is Art Germ because hey, he has an audience. Audience. There
will
you go.
sell well, bro. But I need to stop putting unrelated heroes on shit, bro. I don't want
Mhm.
Captain Marvel on my Spider-Man shit. Okay, no
It makes
offense
no
to him,
sense, but I'll
but
read it anyways.
Dude,
but
Anyways, Miss
let
Marvel.
me give you an example of how loose they're doing these variants, these random variants, right? I had like a Deadpool comic where it was supposed to be Namor doing like his Deadpool's very first appearance, New Mutants '98, but it's just all Namor and his supporting cast.
That
So
happened to
nothing.
me one time. So I went to a toy and comic fair one time, and I was looking through some of the comics because it's a toy and comic fair, and I saw this one cover that it was like when I don't know how to explain it, but it was one of those where you turn it one way and it looks like one picture, and you turn it the other way and it looks like a different picture. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, okay.
oh
Yeah.
yeah,
But it was like that.
yeah.
It was supposed to be it said on the cover the death of Captain Marvel, right? And so I
Yeah.
was like, oh hell yeah, this is cool. So I bought it, and then when I got home, I looked into it. I read the book, and it was a Jane Foster Thor book.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Yeah, they tricked you. That's messed up.
They tricked
Yeah.
me good. Luckily, I bought that secondhand though, so I'm not too pressy.
There you
They
go.
might be like, I
There you
spent
go.
$100 on this book. You just lied to me.
I actually
Oh,
spent like $5 on
fun.
it.
Funny enough, that actually reminds me of something else because I remember when they did a lineup for Alex Ross before, right? But it's just headshots,
Yeah.
right? You get a
I
headshot
remember
and a
that.
torso of them. Yeah, for one of the variants for Deadpool, they just had Mole Man as the variant. I'm like,
To be
what does Mole Man
fair,
have
at the
anything
end
to
of that,
do?
when he got done with that, he put all of them into one mural, and he was selling that for a big price.
Like,
I seen it
I
at
guess
It was
Comic
like
it's
Con.
he did one for Marvel heroes, and then he did one for Marvel villains. And I remember the moment
Mhm.
when I have that on my phone.
I actually so at San Diego Comic Con, Alex Ross has a booth like every year. Surprisingly,
yeah.
it's always across the way from the Marvel booth,
Mhm.
and he's never there. By the way, I need to preface that.
Yeah.
But he pays all this money for a booth. Like, what the fuck? You're not gonna show up once. But regardless, but like you can go
He's
around
never.
and see all of the art that he produces in frames.
Yeah,
And
it's
I think
almost
I
like
took a picture of with the Marvel one. Like
mhm.
when he was in like a big group shot, I was like, hey.
Yeah, they usually have his artwork displayed as if you're walking in a museum audience at those conventions. So yeah,
My
yeah.
dream is to still get his full side version of Fantastic Four Full Circle or something
Uh-huh.
circle. They came up with a little
Right.
while ago. He painted all the art, all the other stuff. I love that book. I really need that book signed and framed in my wall. I'll buy 4
Yeah.
copies, one for reading, one having a stack, one having my wall, and one to just in case the other ones mess up.
There you go. There you go. So, all right, then, audience. Supergirl, go read it. Let's go talk about it when it comes out. So,
Wipe
all
that
right
creepy
then.
smile off her face, y'all. Let's get this going.
Gotcha. All right then. With that, let's move on to the last topic of the night. Do. Awesome. You
Uh,
want to do the honors?
uh, the death for Thor and the death for Silver Surfer. So I will make sure we cover the death of Thor because I am reading more Thor. I don't talk about it a lot,
Yeah.
but I have no idea why Silver Surfer's dying.
Awesome. You don't know why they're killing off Silver Surfer? Is because isn't it obvious,
I
man?
know they're
They
doing
just
it so they
want
can bring. I know they're doing it so they can bring in his wife as a Silver Surfer. I know they're going to
yes,
do that dumb
yes,
shit. My point,
yeah.
my point is, I don't know what any universe reason you're going to be like. Yeah. Well, he started getting sick or something. Like, I don't know. How you kill the Silver Surfer casually like this.
I just don't know where this whole trend is starting. Where like you start noticing that like when a character is making their big MCU debut moment or whatever, right? That the powers that be of the comic book world are like, let's give that character a death of
Yeah,
story.
you
It happened when
you killed
it happened.
them, so when you bring them back, you can bring them back with any changes the MCU made. Like what
Oh,
Kamala, she
okay.
died only so she can get her X-Men power. Where
Yep.
Silver Surfer, he's most like just dying so his wife can get the power, and there you
Yep.
go. For Thor, at least Thor dying was already set up for more Thor. He was always going to die to end of more Thor.
And
That was the
I
whole
mean, to
point.
be fair, to be fair with Thor, like he's already had like what multiple death of stories, so this isn't really treading
Yeah,
new water here.
yeah.
Silver Surfer, though, as far as I'm aware, he in
Uh,
continuity he has never had a death story yet. You know,
no, his biggest
no,
death is still the alternate universe where future Thanos kills him with Thor's hammer.
yeah. Didn't he become a star after that? I think that's how it ended.
No, no, he got murdered. He just died. Before
Oh
that,
man.
what he did was he took control of the Annihilation Wave and spent years becoming worthy so he can use Thor hammer, only to get beat to
Mm,
death with it by Thanos grabbing it back his head and jabbing the handle of the hammer through his head.
damn. Look at that audience. Look at that.
So, Thor dying has been set up in Mortal Thor for a while. It's
Hmm.
implied. Okay, so the last big thing that really happened was they brought his son Magni from one of the
Hmm.
alternate universe stories. So one of the stories where future Thor went evil, he went against the Earth and all. We didn't go evil, but he ended up going against the Earth and taking over and all the other stuff. He had a son. Magni was a good hero and stuff. And then that timeline got reset because that Thor sent the memories back to young Thor. So Thor just never made no choice. So
Wow.
Enchantress tricked Thor into bringing Magni back to life because what they thought he was doing, Thor thought he was bringing back her child that died in the Strangers Academy, one of the twins.
Oh, the twins.
Mhm.
Yes, I know
But
the twins.
He,
yeah, one of them died, and Thor thought she was using his power to bring him back, but she brought Magni back. And Magni is so strong that he can lift Thor's hammer without, even with the enchantment on.
oh,
He's just that
oh
much
wow.
that powerful,
Priorities,
Oh
guys.
wow.
which is a
Priorities.
huge deal.
Your child.
Yeah. Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that Magni's also her child, just from that alternate timeline.
Hmm.
So it's really implied that Magni is going to end up being Thor in this run as a little past the torch thing with his actual child that
Yeah.
Thor never had before. Are people actually
Yeah.
excited for that?
Gotcha.
Until Thor 5
It
comes
also
back
doesn't help
and
that
Love takes the hammer.
it also doesn't help that script that it has been talking about it for a long time. They actively keeps not like avoiding Thor's actual children and just giving him
Yeah.
random female characters to his lore. This is the first time his son has appeared in the mainline continuity ever.
Yep.
Out of all the
Yep.
weird things they do from Norse mythology, this is the first time Thor's actual kid has been in the book, in the 616 book.
Mhm. There you go. It only took their superstar Al Ewing to make that wish happen. So yeah.
But sadly, as Jake said, if Thor 5 actually does ever come out with versus Hercules and Love picks up the hammer, Maddie is probably going to be murdered again because they're going to have to bring in Love, the daughter of the God Butcher, that Thor's going to randomly adopt in comics, and she's going to be the new Thor for a while. Because fuck
Oh boy.
you for destroying continuity.
Boo, boo. But yeah. Well, we know who's writing the Death of Thor. It's gonna be Al Ewing. Let's see, who's writing the Death of Silver Surfer? Oh crap, Greg Pak.
So you know that means that book's a skip, and we probably won't cover. We might cover how he died, but we won't cover. I might not cover the book. I promise you that. We
Yeah.
might talk about how he died, and how we feel about it. But I don't know if we're going to talk about the book.
Audience, I've been like pushing for Greg Pak for a while now because I saw him as a talented writer who just hindered himself to being the Asian writer that only writes Asian books now. But now I'm just realizing, oh no, dude, your quality is just dropping on your own, dude. After reading that last
Just
Sam
listen.
Wilson Captain America book. Like, dude,
It's
what
like the Mark Wade situation. Like, yeah, you're a superstar writer, and now you just feel like you just feel like you're losing your stuff. Like, I don't know what it is.
Exactly, dude. Like, normally I'll be excited about like, you being put on a book that's not an Asian-led book. So, but again, I saw what you did in Sam Wilson's Cat book. It's just horrible, dude.
Yeah, like
Dude, you really
back one of
disappointed
my
me.
favorite writers. This is my Hulk. This is one of my Hulk people, man.
Exactly.
I have to love Greg Pak. And it was like, bro, like the last 4 books I think he's done, not been good. Or they've been
Dude,
very
even though
stereotypical for what he's writing.
Austin, like even the last time he wrote a Hulk book, he was pretty bad, man. It was like that Return to
Yeah,
Planet Hulk book, where it
yeah,
was
yeah.
Amadeus in that Planet Hulk in Sakaar. Like,
The super smart Hulk just went there, just lost his shit, and turned evil, and came back to try to destroy the world for no reason, and then
yep,
fought some scrubs in California. I don't know if you remember that. Like his War
yep,
Hulk event was terrible too. Like, why
yep.
did you do this?
And let's not also forget that he has like a floating city in the sky in that world, right? And it's being powered by She-Hulk. Because get it, audience, the generator for that keeps the city afloat is being powered by Jen of her. The generator is
Yeah,
Jen of her. Wow.
Hey.
Wow.
it was bad. Man.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're most likely just going to be talking about this, as Austin said, audience. So, yeah, we're not going to read this. So,
There,
okay.
when he did that last book with Sam Wilson, I literally saw people on Twitter talking about they might have to make a mandatory age where some writers just full up retire. Like they should just let
Yeah.
you vote on it. That writer
Yeah.
got it. Right? Some writers got to stop.
Austin, let me put it this way, right? When it came to the controversy that happened with Lamar in the comics, the writer had to apologize for his for what he did to Lamar, right? By making him a Bucky, because he wasn't aware that there was some history between person of color being called Buck and him making Lamar a Bucky, so he had to apologize for that.
Yeah.
Now look at what happened last week or a couple weeks ago in Sam Wilson's Cat book. You full on made him a slave. Wow.
And no one cares, Jake.
Yeah.
That's true.
Blue Sky, you disappointed me. Twitter, you disappointed me.
Get the Sonic crowd on this book, Jake. Let them talk about this.
Yeah.
Let them stand about changing that.
You have to make it tangentially related to Sonic for them to care.
Tell them it'll be the same if they made Shadow. Like, I'll figure it out. I'll figure out the analogy later. Well, next week I'll make that analogy.
Better. I'll be paying attention.
Yeah. But all right then. I mean, unless we have any further thoughts, that's the last topic of the night, audience. So,
Yeah.
Look at that.
I was at Diamond, but I didn't feel like talking about it before.
Gotcha. Well, we can always get some extra.
Actually, so you know, Goku had Super Saiyan 4 the whole time.
Yeah.
Sure he did.
Diamond made a lot of retcons. We were going to have to do a whole topic about it, but I decided to spare you about it, man.
I want you to know when he fought Beerus, and it was for the fate of the world, he had Super Saiyan 4 in his back pocket. Didn't say anything. Then there didn't.
Also, Vegeta had Super Saiyan 3 when he called it Ultra Vegeta 1.
Yeah. Didn't Goku pull that exact same stunt off with Majin Buu? Or was like, I could have. He had to fight off against Vegeta.
Yeah, he did it with Vegeta to save his pride, but like world on the line, bro. Like,
at least that was believable. Oh, he just want to fight me because his heart's really good. Fuck this guy.
I want you to know, because of Daima, Super Saiyan 4 looks kind of useless because Goku would rather go Super Saiyan 3 or God and would never go to 4.
Wow.
So
too easy, I guess, for him.
Boy, no. It just means until they randomly bring him to the manga. And he acts like, damn, man, I should have went this from the start. And then Beerus was like, what are you doing? I didn't want to.
Yeah. But Broly, this is your form now.
There you go.
So,
but
yeah.
All right, audience. See y'all tomorrow then.
Bye.
And the